The following has been paid for by the Pens World Order. Well, guess you can't blow a third period lead if you don't have a lead. That's four-dimensional hockey you're playing there, everyone. Pens lose in Brett Kulak and Stuart Skinner's debut, 6-4 the final, and defense and goaltending was not even a factor in tonight's game. This is the Let's Go Pens fan react. Thank you to everyone who's been watching the past couple videos. I'm on a streak of like 6 videos that are hitting 20 views or more. Maybe it's the crash outs, but 90% of you are not subscribers. That needs to change. Let's try to get to 70 subscribers before the end of the hockey season. So, you like misery, everyone? Oh boy, because that's what was on the menu tonight. Dignity? No. Humiliation? Yes. And you know what probably would have made this loss a little bit easier to handle? You know what would have, not nearly made it as sour if you'd not spent last weekend blowing leads? But tonight, McDavid's here. And Lord Leon's here. The Fighting McDavids. And Tristan Jarry wearing an Oilers uniform and Stuart Skinner wearing a Pens jersey. It's like it was planned. And, well, the Pens just decide to get themselves into a whole heap of penalty trouble, as originally they did get a power play goal to start the game, but that got called back due to offsides. It was legit. But the Pens start getting into penalty trouble as Danton Heitinen gets interference. Brian Rust gets called for hooking to make it a 5-on-3. And then Brett Kulak gets a delay a game when he yeets the puck over the glass. So 3 guys sit in the penalty box, and when one penalty stopped, the guy still had to sit in the box, because if you let out all 3 individually, that's going to be 6-on-5. But 5-on-3 with that much firepower out there, you know what's going to happen. Zach Hyman scores on a rebound, and Leon Draisaitl gets his 1,000th career point, 4th fastest player in NHL history to do it, first German-born player to do it. Congratulations to him. His 27th assist. Connor McDavid, his 35th assist of the season, and Zach Hyman, his 8th. And then right after that goal is scored, Edmonton wins the faceoff. McDavid just takes puck at the blue line and just goes, Leroy Jenkins! Through the blue line, past the forwards, right around the defenseman, probably delayed penalty coming up, and just goes backhand, forehand, and all too easy. That's that's McDavid. And it's 2-0 as McDavid gets his 19th. Leon gets his 28th. Wow. And Evan Bouchard gets his 28th. Tommy Novak gets one at the end of the period to make things interesting off a nice feed from Anthony Mantha. And it's 2-1. And it feeds the delusion of this game that we were in it. We felt like we were in it. But we really weren't. Some guy named Matt Savall. Who the hell is Matt Savall? Who is this guy? Let's see here. He's a 9th overall pick from Buffalo. First off, that explains a lot, but 9th overall pick? Sure. Went to Edmonton. Did really good in the WHL. Sure. Traded to Edmonton for Ryan McLeod and Taylor Toulouse. Okay, lol, Sabres strikes again. And it's 3-1 Edmonton. Erik Karlsson would get a power play goal off a nice feed to Crosby. Back up high. Big blast. and it gets into the net. Erik Karlsson gets his third of the season. Need a little bit out of you, Erik. Need just a little bit more. You're a 20-goal scorer. We need more out of you if we want to get your trade value up. But then Evan Bouchard would restore order as the Oilers would get another power play goal, their third on the night, with Evan Bouchard getting the goal, McDavid getting an assist, Draisaitl another assist, and then midway through the third, Vasily Potskulzin gets a goal. I don't even know who this kid is. And with another assist to Leon Draisaitl, his fourth assist of the game. He is a machine who does not care. 5-2 Edmonton. But Brian Rust gets a goal. And hey, we've had all this crap done to us. Maybe we need to do this back. Maybe that's what breaks the schneid. Maybe we should do an epic comeback in the third. That's what'll kill the curse. And 2-goal lead with just under 3 minutes to go. We could do this. We could do this. A clear down by Edmonton. Erik Karlsson up to Chris Letang, who skates through the center ice, and Connor McDavid just comes by and goes, yoink, stick lift, collects the puck, skates to the blue line, into the empty net. Nice going, Letang. How many years do we have left on his contract before we get rid of him? Connor McDavid gets the empty netter for his 20th. Zach Hyman with the assist. 6-3. Danton Heinen gets his first goal of the season in garbage time to make it 6-4 to make it look nice on the score sheet. Novak and Shea with the assists, and that's it. Defense and goaltending was a non-factor in this game. Pens never led at all in this game. They were just within 1 goal, but it was like the Progressive commercial. The fisherman guy, oh, you almost had it. Oh, you almost had it. I don't know if this is on Skinner. I don't want to believe that it is on him. I just think this they're in a funk. They're in a rut. This is what happens when you blow games in a long homestand. So, to quote Edward Fleck, you get what you frickin' deserve. And who knows, maybe the Pens deserve something like this. I don't know. This whole month started decently. And yeah, you could argue points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of their 8 games this month have had points. The only 2 games they've really lost have been to Edmonton and Calgary outright. In normal factors, that's good. But with Anaheim, Utah, and the Sharks, those are all wins you left on the table. And what would have made this a hell of a lot easier to deal with. In a homestand from heck. And you know what? It's time to go on the road as we are going to Canada. We're going to purgatory. Worse, Canada. And it's Ottawa on Thursday. They're in not Senate Arena. And then it's off to Belle Centre for probably Hockey Night in Canada. And the modern-day House of Horrors for a home-and-home back-to-back. Saturday in Montreal. Sunday back at home. And then the Fighting Steve Dangles a week from now before the holiday break. I don't know. You get what you freaking deserve. We didn't get McDavided. We didn't get Draisaitl. We just had oil dumped on us. I know. I didn't know a good way of wrapping this up. Let's go, Pens. See you in Canada.